we first got to it was all new. Like, I don't know if you guys had PAs or any experience with someone other than your parents before you got to school, because when I got there, it was a very jarring experience. At home, my parents did everything. I didn't even have to really think about it. Like, I didn't have to do anything for the routine. They decided when I went to bed.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like parents also kind of decided what was the best way to help you.
Yeah.
And, like, that wasn't really up to you as much.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even think that there was other ways to do things. It's like, this is how a person puts a shirt on someone. This is how my shoes are done. This is how my shower thing is done. It was never, how do you want it? It's very
It was
strange.
like that for me when I was younger, but like as I got older, like into middle school and high school, I and my situation is a little bit different because there are certain things I can do a bit more easily, but like I would actually start trying to do like some stuff myself, and I would discover different things, and then when I discovered those things, I would tell my parents when they were trying to help me, and so kind of through testing things out, I found different ways to do things and told my parents, hey, this could work, or we could try this, and they were always willing to try new stuff, but like definitely like what you guys are saying when I was younger, I let them do almost everything. So new approaches to things were slow to go.
I think you mentioned before, like a few of us have been to MDA camp, and so we have had some experience with other people helping us with things, but yeah, I think I remember that for the most part, it was just my parents were right there instructing them on the first day, like exactly how to do everything. It wasn't really me giving the instructions, so that I was telling you, like learning how to give the instructions yourself and giving them some freedom to kind of do it their own way, as long as it's not the wrong way.
So my first PA was, my parents had stayed, because they hadn't left on the first day. They wanted to stay and tell my PA what to do. I don't even think we understood how it worked yet. We thought that's going to be my PA, right? It's like, that's my one PA. So they thought by teaching her the routine that she'd know it. Right, so I feel like none of us really, myself included, had any confidence that I could teach people how to help me, right?
I don't think you even realize that you're, like, it's something you ought to teach, because you're like, my parents just do it. You don't know how to teach anyone.
Yeah.
It's not a conscious process after a certain point. It's just part of your day.
After that, then that's when it gets difficult. You have people looking at you like, how do you do this? How do you move, how do I lift you? How do I position you? How do I dress you? Whatever. It's like,
Yeah, and I think you as a care recipient learn to deal with people with a lot of different, preconceived notions of caretaking and different personality types and
Temperaments.
temperaments. Yeah, you got the ones that take your break no matter what they do, and people who think you're invincible and will just,
Yank your arm when they're changing your shirt.
strike your arm spontaneously. Yeah. So yeah, you learn to kind of deal with that.
Oh, you guys had the opposite experience in that aspect. Then I had people think I was like some porcelain china doll that they were gonna break if they pushed me too much in one direction.
I think we've had both experiences.
even
Yeah,
you,
we've had those too.
it's funny, because, like, to us, you're the most
Right?
physically
Yeah,
durable.
to us, we wouldn't think that.
No, yeah, there's definitely different types, though. It's like, there's the one that just won't try and just get in there and do it. You have to be like, whoa, slow down, that's not the way I like it. And there's the other people that will be like, how do you want your shoes tied? How many swipes of the over do you want? Yeah, I don't really mind when a new person wants to just get right in there and do it, but they have to actually be competent. It's like, sometimes you get someone that thinks they can do things and they can't. You have to correct them. I got a question for you guys. I know, like, it's already kind of weird going to and having people your own age take care of you, at least. Even then, How did you guys handle, or was it weird having, like, girls help you? Or at least at the beginning.
For like showering stuff, I still had guys help me out with that because I figured they would be the ones most comfortable with it. I never really asked many girls to help me out with like showering and bathroom stuff. Getting dressed and whatnot, I had them help me out with that. But like involved bathroom things, I just had guys do it. I never really had any girls interested in wanting to help out with that stuff, so it didn't really come up for me.
Uh,
The getting dressed thing, that was a little awkward in the beginning. Like, yeah, seeing a girl your age see you in your boxers every morning for the first time, and that took some getting used to. But aside from that, it wasn't too awkward, I guess.
For me, like, I think it was my junior year. I like had to have like a girl PA shower me for the first time. Because I think it was a week before finals week, and I had a lot of cancellations, so I hadn't showered in like 4 days, and I was just like, I can't wait any longer. I just have to get over it and have a girl PA help me shower. And it really wasn't even a big deal at all.
didn't you have female PAs otherwise, though? It's like for
Yeah, I
everything
did.
else.
Yeah, but they didn't really help me shower.
I don't remember being a big problem for me, if it ever was. Yeah, I had people helping me in that capacity, pretty much first semester. I just always sort of understood it's a job, it's not anything more than just a job. And you don't have to make it any more than that. So,
I think it was just like, it was a combination of factors for me. It was a comfort thing, and then like some girls like just can't pick me up. So
yeah,
it's kind of
that's,
like a safety thing too. So it's a little
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, for me, I needed so much help that I couldn't really be choosy. There weren't enough male PAs on the staff to choose from, so I kind of hired whoever was available, which had to be mostly girls, but, I mean, you get used to it right away. There was definitely some shyness. At first, the first time I had a female PA shower me, like, I couldn't even make eye contact. Like, I was just like, yeah, okay. Sure, yeah.
I would
go
advise
ahead."
for that in
What?
any situation. Even when you are familiar with them, I would never advise eye contact.
Oh, well, I mean, like, like, just completely embarrassed not wanting to eat.
Like not even looking in that direction at all, like
Like,
in their
just,
direction.
it's like you're a little kid,
Yeah.
you're thinking you can't see them. They can't see you or something.
To avoid any like potentially awkward situations. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was from day one, so after a couple days, it goes away. You're just like, I gotta do this stuff. You're here to do it, let's just do this. It's very, I think it was shocking for a minute, but once you break through that, then it's no big deal. That's a good segue into the next thing, about keeping boundaries.
Yeah, I don't know how well any of us did that.
At least
Oh.
not at the beginning.
I think if you're not friends with the person, then it's easy. Like you're just acquaintances with them, then it's easy. But
Yeah, but
once
the
you
PAs
become
that
friends
were
with them, it's hard.
Yeah, like the PAs that you really relied on, I think boundaries were few and far between at best. Not in a bad way, but in like, it wasn't like it's not like a caregiver that is hired and comes in who's part of a service. Like that type of relationship is not what was maintained. And I don't think it'd be possible to have like such a sterile relationship with somebody who helps
Yeah.
you with that kind of stuff, if you understand what I mean.
Especially when
Yeah,
they're your
yeah.
age. Like, especially when they're your age. You just naturally
Yeah.
have
And
things in common.
And that age too.
Yeah.
Like early, late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like if every PA or caregiver was just, completely hands-off professional, did the job and that was it. I don't know, I think it's harder to trust somebody if you don't have some kind of connection with them. I don't know if that's just a necessary thing or that's
Well,
just
things
that.
they
I don't think you need to have a sterile role. Like it needs to be more like the two roles are kept like a little bit separate. Like you don't abuse the friend part of it
Right.
to gain something. Like that's something you would learn, I think.
No, yeah, I agree with that. I just mean like you only see them in a PA capacity, or you guys only ever spend time together as PA and client or whatever. Like that, I don't think was ever something that was that that you could keep that way.
Yeah.
I don't even know necessarily if it has to do with like the age. Like, I mean, the age definitely contributes to it, but I don't know if any type of relationship like that could ever stay like that. Because I mean, I think even if like 10, 15 years from now, if we have people our age working for us, I still think you'd end up becoming friends with that person at some point.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of both ways. I saw it. It would go both ways where like sometimes there'd be abuse where like you were in a bind and you asked a PA that was your friend to help you, or like the PA didn't want to come in and they kind of abused the friendship with you. So I think like that's something
For
that
sure.
was a problem there.
Yeah, sometimes I agree with that.
There is a power imbalance there, and you have to be conscientious of it. But the equalizer is, we're the employers, and we have to like be conscientious of that and use that when we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were not innocent from that either. Like we sometimes you wouldn't recognize you're taking advantage of someone. Just like say it's really late at night and you've been drinking and you gotta go to the bathroom really bad and you're out at a bar, then you're like, oh, should I ask my friend? Is that taking advantage of them because they're trying to have fun too?
Especially if it's
Yeah.
if it's a PA that normally works for you, but like at that time they're not working.
Yeah, but you know that they're willing to do it if you ask. Or
Yeah.
once.
And it can help to like compensate them, but the best way to do is to, come to arrangements beforehand and be like, okay, before we go out, I might need help with this. Are you okay with that? And that was not what it takes for us.
I remember when I was older, I had an arrangement with a PA, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, if I ask you to help me pee, I'll buy you a drink after. Like I would
Yeah.
have that agreement beforehand. And they'd be like, okay, then I'll help you go to the bathroom as many times as you want. More drinks for me,
When we were at school, if someone that was also a PA came out to hang out with us, they might at some level understand that a little bit of help is just part of the territory.
I think if you're a practical person, you kind of recognize that.
Both sides have to understand and respect that. Like we not ask for too much, but they sort of expect to be asked.
I think just as a general rule of thumb, it's to always be aware of the fact that it's a two-way street,
Yeah.
Like if they're going to take care of you, you have to do what you can to take care of them too.
Till next time.
There you go. All right.